Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we going over game 3. Well, actually no, this is game 1. Yeah, match day 1 of game week 2. But in all actuality, I believe this is game week 4. Game match day 4. Yeah. So today we had two games, one way better than the other. Cameroon finally broke the curse of 1-0 or the 1-0 deficit. Um I was really happy today. So last week you all saw me make a horrible decision and remove Abubakar as my captain after he scored 24 points. I won't be doing that for this game week at all. At all, at all, at all. Again, Abubakar produced. Actually, the Cameroon um attacking line they produced because Toko and Kamba, I believe his name is, he produced. I wanted him in my side. However, I personally thought 10 million was too much. 10 million was way too much to bring him in. So today we'll be discussing the players that impressed, those you might want to bring into your team for game week 3 or something like that. Well, right now you should only be focusing on game week 3. Who all those that wild carded like myself for game week 2, I hope that you selected players that will be available and perform properly in game week 3. Now, what might happen for teams that already have the go through, like Cameroon, they might rotate. They might. Like, you might see Abubakar coming on as a sub, or he might start. If he does start, he mightn't get all 90. He might get like 70 minutes, and somebody might get to rotate, so they'll rest him for the knockout rounds. Same with the other players. But it could also be that they want Abu Bakr to break a record and he continues playing. I believe he's 32 right now. I don't know if he'll be available to play again. So, of course, he might want to score plenty goals, break a record, make a record. Um, so we'll go with the Cameroon versus who did they play? Cameroon versus Ethiopia. Now, I did not watch the beginning of the game. When I turned on the TV, it was Cameroon 1, Ethiopia 1. Cameroon had just scored. Someone had scored a header. Um, but after that, when I was taking it in, Cameroon dominated the rest of the game. Yes, Ethiopia had some spells, a few spells. But after the second goal scored, that was it. Cameroon keep pressing and pressing, and the next goal came quickly after, less than 5 minutes apart. The second and third goal was, and then after the fourth goal to seal it off. I was disappointed in Tolo for this match, um, but nevertheless, he gave me a 3 point. He will be easier to sub out now because his points was that low. So you can see my subs at the bottom. I have Mares, I have Beliali, and I have Jaziri. I'm still unsure about Jaziri. It depends on how ready he is. After all, he is coming back from COVID, but I think he would be a great asset to play with. Tunisia plays a weak side. I don't know. I can't pronounce his side. 1 second. Yeah, Mauritania, I believe. I'm not too sure if I pronounce any people's country names properly, but Mauritania. I believe Tunisia is a way stronger side, so Jaziri will come in handy. But again, this video is a review of Game Week 2, Match Day 1. So, Abubakar, kudos. The guy was great. He was making runs, he was doing well. He was great throughout the entire game. I really want him to get a hat trick. Unlucky that you can't triple cap in this app, but he would have gotten the triple cap. Yeah, he did well. He did well. I believe the next game is against Cap Verde, who needs to beat them in order to move forward. Um, Cap Verde, they're an okay side, but I don't think they will defeat Cameroon at all. Cameroon will defeat them with ease. With ease. The easiest game in this whole competition was against Ethiopia. Um, yeah, so whoever has to face Ethiopia next, you take maybe one or two assets from them to move forward. Zambo had an okay game, but he could have had a better one. He broke up some plays. Let's see his stats for this game. 7 duels won. Yeah, he did well. He did well. He did okay. He's something like a Declan Rice in FPL. They do well on the pitch, but they don't provide it enough points. I honestly thought he would have gotten a good return, like over 6, but he didn't. So that makes him easier to sub off to bring on Mahrez for the next game. Tolo, I find Tolo did well. It had a break where Ethiopia was like 5-2, and Tolo run straight back and win the ball. Tolo did well, but for Cameroon today, the better player was the wing back on the other side. I don't recall his name. Let's go check it out. Where is it? This is it. Come on, internet, you're embarrassing me. Okay, right. Cameroon game. Check out this here. Right. The guy on this side, Collins Fai, he was really good. I believe he got the 2 assists in this game. He did. He did get the 2 assists in this game. He put in a good amount of crosses. That was real good. Also, Choupo-Moting had a great game. I believe when they took off Choupo-Moting, the game slowed down. The attacking intent slowed down. Choupo-Moting was the guy who was creating the plays quickly, like off the break. As soon as they get the ball from the back, he was moving like a central defensive midfielder, taking the ball and pushing it forward. He moved really good. But then again, the midfield was somewhat open in a sense for Ethiopia, so the ball was easy to just slip straight through. But he was putting some really good balls on, like when he was under pressure. He wasn't worried. He put the ball easy down on the right hand side there, and the winger or the wing back put it in. It was a real. He made the difference for Cameroon today. It's unlucky that he came off. I hope he get to play the next game full 90, because he would be instrumental in the victory. Um, next player that was actually really good, and that is Ngamalu. He was good. Unlucky that he didn't get any assists, but he was a good player for them today. He did really good. Who had a bad game was this guy, Hongla. Hongla didn't have a good game in my opinion. He had an average game compared to the rest of the team that was having a good game. Um, well, we already spoke about the goat of hear me, the goat of FPL, the goat of AFCON, Vincent Abubakar. Choupo-Moting did well as well. Toko did well. He got down the line, put in the crosses. He scored 2 goals, so nice. Zambo, he did okay. This one I didn't recognize him on the field. Wow. Castelletto. I did not recognize that guy on the field at all. But I guess because Ethiopia was really at the back, they had few chances at the back. You know, I wasn't paying attention to those guys. Plus, personally for me, when I focus on the defenders that try and get up the pitch as much as possible and put balls into the box, because they are the great assets, not the ones who really just stay back. Um, Onana. I'm disappointed in Onana in a sense. Not disappointed in him. I'm disappointed in the points that he bringing in. I removed him after the first game when I wildcarded. I removed Onana. I think I could get a cheaper goalkeeper who would bring in similar points or more. So I removed Onana. So this is for the Cameroon side. For substitutions, I didn't really pay attention to the substitutions that much. Yeah. So the next side now. Ethiopia. Ethiopia had a fair share of possession. However, I don't know, they play frightened. So as soon as they get the ball at the top of the box, they were just busting shots. Like, it had this guy who had the ball at the top of the box, number 11. And as soon as he get the tap back, he could have taken one more touch and then shoot. He just decided to shoot immediately and nobody was on him. So I wouldn't run down Ethiopian assets. The best player for me, based on my eye test for Ethiopia, was Serafel. I see he have a 6.3 rating here, but I think he was the best player for me on the Ethiopian side going forward. Everybody else was basic. They were. Um, it had this guy that put in some really good defensive tackles. They call him Tite. I'm not too sure where his name is here. Let's look in the app and see. He put in some really good challenges. I think he had a red hair. He had a red hair for the on in the back line. Ethiopia defend. I believe he's a defender. He had to be. Yeah, he is. It's probably this guy. I don't know. Let's check him out. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Yeah, that's him, the red hair guy. The red hair guy, that's him right there. Okay, interesting. He did good. He did good. I believe that's him. He did really good today. He defended as like a pro. Against another attacking team that coming in, Burkina Faso. If you want maybe a budget defender, he's 4 million. You can bring him in. Just know Ethiopia would not be progressing to the next round unless let me see. Burkina Faso win today and the draw the other game. Cameroon no, Ethiopia would not be progressing unless they score a ton of goals against Cape Verde. So if you bring him in, just know you have to take him out right after. But then again, after the third round, you have technically like a wild card because we can bring in and remove as much players as we want, unlimited without any point hit. So I guess you can bring him in. Who else? That's it for Ethiopia. That's it for Ethiopia. The next game was Cape Verde and Burkina Faso. So Cape Verde and Burkina Faso. Let me go with Cape Verde first. Standout players for them was this guy here. 1 second. Oh, Stupiro did a good job today. Stupiro did do a good job. Unlucky with the miss header. Unlucky with the miss header. That was Cape Verde. He just like we saw in the first game when they would attack and then not put in, they did not do that. This time they actually tried to attack the goal more. They did try to attack the goal more. The standout player for me, I think, was this guy, Fortes. He did really well in the midfield there. He did a great job. There's a defender. 1 second. All of them have the same name, so it's a bit confusing. Um, 1 second. 1 second. Yes, the standout player for me from Cape Verde was this guy. But besides this guy, Dos Santos, it had this name that I kept on hearing is a Rodriguez. He plays on the wing. He was a bit silent in this game, but at the same time he got himself into the game in the second half when they were chasing the goal. I think the goal scored in the 39th minute of the first half, and after that they were just chasing. Um, for Burkina Faso, for Burkina Faso, it had a few good attackers. It had Kabore, I believe this is the Man City youth. It had let's know. Yes, it had Kabore who was getting up the field a lot, and it had Sangari. He was good as well. Besides that, everybody else was okay. Everybody else was okay. The replacement for Bertrand Traore did a great job. He actually scored the goal. He might have solidified his position until Bertrand returns. I don't think anybody might take it away. He did well. He did good. This game was okay. It wasn't all of that because I was bored with the 1-0 deficit. I was like, oh yes, Cameroon break it. And then after that went back to 1-0, which was but a goal is a goal. I had no assets from this game, so I was not interested in the game that much. I was looking to see who would have done well, and the game was fairly basic. Let's look at the statistical information. So Cape Verde had more possession, but they had less shots. They had less shots on target. Clearly, Cape Verde not doing nothing good in the final third because they had 4 shots off target and 1 shot block. They had less corners, less offsides, which is good. 16 fouls. Yeah, in this African Cup of Nations, um, you would find the fouls rate the foul percentage will be high. Yeah, they getting down and dirty. They do. So nobody's gonna be passing them just like that. Like in the last set of minutes, it had Sonogo from Cape Verde who was about to run past one no, from Burkina Faso who was supposed to run past one of Cape Verde players, and he pulled him back with the shirt easy. But he took one for the team because if he had let him go, he could have let a goal. Um, Besides that, subs made. Sonogo is a good one to look at, and Kabore. Sonogo, Kabore are 2 players to look at moving forward. We already have our eyes on Sangare, but Kabore and Sonogo are 2 players you could look at along with Sangare. For Cape Verde, I don't know. The only person I would get from Cape Verde is Tavares. Tavares is basic. He is, for me. In my opinion, Tavares is basic. But he's a budget striker, 5.5, and I believe his price would be reduced because he's not having a good competition. So 5.5 million isn't a bad amount of money to spend. However, their next opponent is Cameroon, and I believe Cameroon is going to crush them, at least 2 goals or more. So you might want to stay clear of all the Cape Verde assets. Maybe stock up on 1 or 2 Burkina Faso assets like Sangare Fish for one, maybe Kabore, because they're playing against Ethiopia, so they can get some points in. They can. Um, what else? Let's go back to the Cameroon game. I don't think I went through the statistics for the Cameroon game. Statistical. Oh, look at this. Cameroon was excellent. They were. They were excellent. They had more shots. They had more shots on target. More shots off target. That means they just had a lot of shots. Shots blocked, corner kicks, offsides, fouls, yellows, everything. They was just all over. They were the better side and all, and I think they are one of the tournament favorites in my opinion. So these are the players you want to look out for. Oh, for Cameroon, who you want to look out for? And Cameroon side, and Gamalo, I believe he would bring returns next game. Choupo-Moting, but he isn't nailed to play the full 90. Vincent Abubakar, who everybody probably have by now. Um, Tolo, nobody's gonna leave out this guy anymore. Colin Fai, he's also a good option. Zambo Anguissa, but for 6.5 he needs to bring in more points or he would be subbed. So I might get rid of him for the third game. Might. These are players that you want to look at on on the Cameroon side. So this is all the information I have for today, the game week review. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for listening. Goodbye.